Lux your way with the Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and a whole new obsession in the $9 box, the Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito. Try the Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell today.
How's your day going?
Going good, thank you, yes.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Really, guys?
What? Jackson's always has those game ready.
Let's go!
It's the all-wheel drive event at Lithia Ford of Boise. From hunting trips to ski trips to trips to Grandma's house. Nobody does AWD like LFB. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
Welcome to the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News. Game time is approaching, and we're getting you ready with the latest pregame news, interviews, analysis, and more from BNN. BNN broadcasts come from the Sun Cruiser Studios. Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. Crack open a Sun Cruiser and let the good times cruise. Have a pregame score prediction or comment? Let us know in the ICCU YouTube chat or leave us a message on the Signature Roofing voice box at speakpipe.com/BNN. The BNN pregame show is presented by Lithia Ford of Boise and our major sponsors Jackson's, Taco Bell, Idaho Central Credit Union, rowpaint.com, and the Blue and Orange store. At Lithia Ford of Boise, we're proud to stand with Boise State Athletics. Through our NIL marketing partnerships, we're investing in the future of student athletes. Lithia Ford of Boise, here to get you there, wherever that may be. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho. Broadcasting from the Sun Cruiser Studios, here's BJ Rains with the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show on Bronco Nation News.
Well, good evening, Bronco Nation. Welcome to the Globe here in Phoenix, Arizona. The crowd filing in this video just moments ago, the calm before the storm, as more than 3,000 students have all kinds of goodies awaiting at their seats here for what's expected to be a sellout crowd. Boise State and Grand Canyon here in Mountain West basketball. Abe Jackson, my name's BJ Rains. They got us in another unique setting here, a little higher up and a little bit of a, I guess we can call this a luxury suite. I don't know. I don't see the food, beverage, or
there's way more space than we usually have at some of these other places we visit. So it is good so far.
Yes, we are up here. We're excited for tonight's game. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll show you our view right here at the vantage point. We're on the students will be right in front of us. They're getting ready to make their famed run in here in a couple of minutes, Abe, where they kind of run in for the best seats. Some are already over there. The band is already over there, but as I mentioned, they've got rally towels waiting on the seats, sunglasses, the base, by the way, if the camera's shaking, it's not us. The base is literally shaking the camera here. This is going to be fun tonight.
It is. It's a great environment. Boise State played here. I should have looked it up 7-8 years ago, and I didn't really know anything about this, Grand Canyon at that point, and I show up, and it was one of the best environments I've been in for college basketball. Now that they're in conference, they're playing pretty well. They've had some really exciting games with some other teams here in this building, so it's going to be a sellout and be pretty crazy.
And someone told me it's like a club or like a party, and that's really what it is. I show you they got light up sticks and sunglasses and rally towels, and I mentioned the music being super loud. I mean, and also the uniqueness, Abe, the students they're not just behind one of the baskets or over in a corner. They have enough students to literally fill nearly about half the arena from that behind that basket all the way around into this.
Also, what you're looking at here on the screen where you see the GC and the U, that big of a section, but on the other side that you can't see, that big of a section will be completely filled up with students and probably even wrap around some of the corners. So it's, I'd say maybe half the building, maybe just a little under half the building. I think it seats about 7,000 are going to be students.
And how about this? Even the band was in on the act. They were kind of taunting you guys as the bus came in today.
Yeah, it was an attempt. I mean, there was some thumbs down and some boos, and that's about all it got to. But it was good for a laugh, I guess.
Well, the Broncos have been here for a couple of days, as we said. Came over after the win on Tuesday. Here they are a short time ago. Arriving here, but obviously a big-time opportunity tonight, Abe.
Yeah, big time in a big environment and a game that you can stretch this 4-game win streak out and make it 5 and beat a team that you're probably going to be hanging around the same type of record with when the season is said and done. And so Grand Canyon came into Boise and got a win against the Broncos earlier after a tough loss at San Diego State for Boise State. Grand Canyon's coming off a very tough loss, too, where they felt like maybe they didn't get a call and should have closed it out with some free throws, and that didn't happen. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond to a tough emotional loss, to see the Broncos next, like the Broncos did against San Diego State, then had to see Grand Canyon.
According, though, to Jordan Morales, he says the BSU managers lost to Grand Canyon last time it was in Boise. They beat them last night, so I guess that means the final score will be a similar reversal.
There we go. All right.
Mr. Buchanan's watching. Always appreciate him. Yes, I believe this is correct, Abe. The TV angle will be the opposite from what we're on, correct?
Yeah, we're going to be I believe so. There's a TV camera right beside us here pointing down onto the bench.
Main one, though.
That might not be the main one, but I don't know yet.
They got some over on the other side, it looks like, as well. So I would suspect with the GCU being in the right angle and things, and the students, I believe, are on the far side when they show it on TV. So, we'll have the students in front of us, and if they're standing, hopefully they're not blocking you and Bob's view.
I think we'll be all right.
All right, so we mentioned the first game. I went back and looked at some of that game, watched some of that game, Abe. Just amazing to think about that game only being a couple weeks ago, and this is the first time with the, going back around playing a second team twice here, and obviously a lot has to change from that first time, but it seems like this is a different Boise State team than the one we saw that Grand Canyon saw a couple weeks ago.
Completely different. I mean, you can make an argument that was their worst game of the season against the Division I team. They gave up over 50% shooting. They shot 35% or less in the game. They gave up it was a 10-0 start. 8 of them were to the exact same player, doing pretty much the exact same play, a pick and roll to the hoop, throw it over the top. So a different Boise State team, and I know they've played the bottom of the conference, but they've beat them in a way that makes you feel good about it. They're not just beating them, 5 or 6 points and you got to win. They are dominating the teams at the bottom of the conference. They're playing well. They have all 10 guys are giving them solid minutes that show up in the game. So I think it is a completely different Boise State team than it was a few weeks ago when these two teams first saw each other.
I just talked to Leon Rice back there when the team arrived. He was nice enough to give me about a 2-minute interview that we'll play here in a little bit. But I asked him, hey, what was the biggest difference from the first time that can't happen, that needs to be different tonight? And he said, well, it's obvious. It's our energy. It's our body language. That triple overtime game just took so much out of them.
Yeah.
And then you come into a 9 o'clock game where you need that crowd to really be there, and it just wasn't. And there just was kind of no energy on the court, no energy in the stands. We've talked a lot about it, but then you saw the result in the game where they're down, and lose 20+ points.
Here come the students.
Lose by
in.
17. Oh, here come the students.
They're just flooding in.
There they come. You can see them at the bottom of the screen here. The students, the famed running of the students. I wish we were on the other side so I get a little better view. Look at those guys in the front row trying to save seats. They're laying down to save like 6 seats there to keep their buddies from getting sick. I haven't seen that one before. If only they had a friend as tall as Abe Jackson, they could have saved like 8 or 9 seats there, spreading out on the seats. But, this is pretty cool. We're doing the best we can to show this to you while the teams are warming up. But, Abe, the energy level, the body language, you would assume on this 4-game winning streak, the Broncos feeling better. Obviously got to come out with some more energy, and that would be included with that, like you said, is get off to a better start.
Have to get off to a better start. I mean, GCU's a good team. It's not like it was a fluke that Grand Canyon beat Boise State the first time around. Now, the 18-point win and how Boise State looked, I think, is going to be completely different. But it's not like GCU is just a rollover type team by any means. I mean, they've beat some good teams here in this building. So it's going to be a tough one. But what I do like is that there's going to be energy in the building. And when you're playing, that's what you want. You want energy either for you. You want energy against you. You just want to feel the crowd. And they're going to feel it tonight.
Abe Jackson, our guest. You'll hear him and Bob Beeler coming up in 17 minutes over on 670 KBOI, the Bronco Radio Network in Learfield. And Abe, I know we've talked about this on Tuesday with the lack of a crowd. When I talked to Spencer Aarons yesterday on our morning show, he said the players would rather play in this kind of crowd than play in some empty arena. You've done both. I mean, you played at Kansas. You've played at some small arenas. What is it, I guess, that excites you? But also, what do you have to do in these big environments? Because we have seen teams come in here, go to the pit, go to Utah State, and just get consumed by it. And next thing you know, you're down 27-8 or whatever, and the game's over. I know you like playing in it. It's fun. It gives you energy. But how do you feed off that and not kind of cave in and fall to the crowd?
Well, when you're in a building like this, there's going to be runs that you're going to have, and there's going to be runs against you, and you have to limit the runs against you in an environment like this because it can feel like the entire building just collapses on top of you. Passes don't get to where they're going. Shots are going down for the other team that you think they shouldn't go in. So it's a game that's going to be very mentally tough for the Broncos. They are going to have to stay mentally tough and locked in because the communication is going to be hard out there. So you need to know where you're supposed to be. You need to see your ball. You need to see your man. Don't get beat on some of these easy buckets that we kind of saw sometimes at San Jose State. There was about 3 backdoor cuts where the Broncos lost their man just staring at the ball. Those happen at San Jose State. Not a big deal. You get a couple claps, and then that's about it. That happens here at GCU, and 7,000 people are screaming and cheering because they got some sort of dunk or an and one. So try and limit those big, exciting plays. But most of all, you just have to stay locked in mentally in an environment like this.
Mike Burns was saying on our show this morning that their data tells them that when they get a paint touch on a possession, they score almost twice as many points per possession when that ball, not necessarily scoring from the paint, but get the ball inside. They struggled to do that against GCU, and the perimeter defense of GCU was making it really hard for them. They didn't get a lot of open shots first time they played. Grand Canyon's defense, I think last I looked, was number 19 at Ken Palm. They're a very strong defensive team. What does Boise State need to do to keep this offensive roll going here? Because this will be the best defensive team they've played here in a couple weeks.
Well, I think the paint touches are big, and it's because, one, you have some scorers inside. Drew Fielder's having a great season. Buchanan can score multiple ways. In the paint is one of those. But what it also does, it gets to defense thinking. The last time these two teams saw each other is when the Broncos were in their offensive funk. The ball wasn't going inside. It was outside, and then it stopped. And then it got passed again, and then it stopped. You move the ball around. It can go around the three-point line. It can go corner to corner. It can go inside, outside. Do something to make the defense feel you and feel where the ball is so they can't just look and just know that they're in help side every time. There was some really good offensive possessions pretty much the entire game at San Jose State. The first half, the shots, well, you say the shots weren't going down, but they did shoot 50% in the first half.
Yeah.
Probably could have shot about 65. But the offense has been clicking really well, just the looks of it, the type of shots that they're getting, and they're going to need to continue that.
And that Grand Canyon game was one of the games we talked about where Andrew Mehta only took 2 shots in that game. And I think the point guards, that was the game where Leon Rice got on the point guards a little bit afterwards for not finding the shooters. And I think they had 1 or 2 assists the entire game. You fast forward that to like the San Jose game, and Nato and Andrews combined for 9 assists. So the ball movement, the point guards, like you said, not just standing there dribbling at the top of the key and getting your shooter shots is going to be key tonight.
Yeah, and there's a certain amount of shots in games, right? It can kind of, but sometimes there's a little more, sometimes there's a little less, but there's usually an average shot in games. And now the Broncos are taking those average shots and getting them to the right people on the right spot on the court. And so that's, I think, a big difference of the offense is that you were having some guys taking too many shots and too many really tough shots that were just really hard to knock down, and that's why you saw the percentages so low for a lot of the guys on the team. But they have definitely ticked up these last 4 games.
So defensively for Boise State, I mean, you look at Grand Canyon coming in here, and we talked about it. They played a lot of guys, a lot of heavy minutes in their last game. They had a very tough loss, losing that game at Nevada. I think they had multiple guys play over 40 minutes in that game. So, in terms of Grand Canyon's psyche and them coming into this game, and then what Boise State on the other side of the ball can do to try to limit them a little bit, what are you seeing there?
Well, you got a tough loss from Grand Canyon, so it's going to be a mental challenge for them to get back, kind of like it was for the Broncos after San Diego State. And then you have a team, maybe one of the hottest teams, not just with wins, but how they're playing and how much different they're playing than they were 2 or 3 weeks ago in the Broncos.
Yeah, no doubt about it here, Abe. I mean, this has to, if you don't get 5, if you're not a player, a fan, a broadcaster, I mean, I know you woke up feeling a little more pep in your step today than the San Jose game probably. I mean, this is why, I mean, as a sports fan, sports player, sports broadcaster, these are the kind of games, and I know you've been here once before. I have not, so I like, it's a newer arena. It looks big, but it's also intimate, so it doesn't have the same feeling as like the Pit or Utah State or one of those, just because it feels more like a hockey arena or a newer arena, but the way that the seats are still kind of right on top of the court, it does give you that feel where this place is going to be rocking tonight.
It is good. It's going to be loud. It's going to be rocking. They're going to get on the players, but I'm telling you, when you're a scorer, it's tough. Is it a better feeling to make a crowd go crazy or a better feeling to make a crowd be quiet? Either one are pretty powerful.
Yes, Buchanan family says limit the turnovers tonight. That'll obviously be key.
And not just turnovers, but the type of turnovers. The turnovers that we saw against UNLV, where it was just passes along the three-point lines that led to, 6 or 7 fast break layups.
And dunks and get the crowd involved.
This place is going to go crazy if you do that. Limit turnovers, yes, but also limit the kind of turnovers. You're going to have them. You're going to have maybe 8 to 13, maybe something around there, but it's the type of turnovers that you have, too, that can make a difference.
And that was the game, too, where where you had Buchanan injured. He wasn't 100% in that game. They had switched up the starting lineup, so it's just night and day. Final thing for you, Abe. What are some keys? What does Boise State need to do to keep this winning streak going?
Well, I think you have to just lock in a little bit more mentally on what you're supposed to do on each possession, because any type of mental lapse, offense or defense, this crowd and this GCU team, especially on their defensive end with how good they are defensively, will make you pay.
Well, we appreciate it. We'll be listening here in about 11 minutes. You and Bob over on 670 KBOI. You can turn down the TV, turn on Bob and Abe as we tell you to, and it's going to be fun tonight, and we'll see if they can keep this thing going, man. Good luck on the call.
All right.
Appreciate it, Abe.
Yeah,
there he is, Abe Jackson. Always appreciate him for coming on the pregame show. We may talk to Abe postgame. We'll see coming up on the postgame show here after this one. They've got us in a very unique setup here, as I said. So it's a nice setup, nice view. I like it. We are behind the students, though. The view you're seeing is the view that we have up here, and it's kind of a media press area. We're on the second row. They've got both radio broadcasts right in front of us. So we're going to do the best we can to show you the sights and sounds of this place, but it is a little tough just with where we're seated on this side of the arena. And as I said, you see the camera shaking. That's not me shaking it, folks. That's the bass. The bass, you feel like you're in a nightclub in this place right now. They've got literally disco balls, shining lights on the court. There's music that's just bumping in here super loud. You see the band over to the left is like dancing and stuff. I wish I could turn the camera, but it's too far in front of me to move. But it is they have these little light up things that people are holding up here. I mean, you can see one there in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. This is I would have to say right now one of the cooler environments I've ever been at for a basketball game, and this is really cool. And we are still 39 minutes on the clock away from tip-off here in this one. So the side that you can see the GCU over there, that's actually the general public seating, 4,000 plus season tickets. They've sold out the general seating for tonight. They've sold out the student section for tonight. You're talking 3,000 plus students sell out, many of them already in their seats, very few students seats even remaining. And they've got like across the street like a little tailgating area where they were all playing bags and eating barbecue and drinking some cold ones. And just having a good time. There was a DJ out there. They're hanging out, dancing. It's a party outside, and then they all run in here when the gates open to get the best seats, and they keep the party going inside here. So it is just a incredible environment, incredible atmosphere, and this would be one of the better wins, I think, of the recent memory here if they're able to get it. It would be just as good as winning at the Pit or Viejas or Utah State. I mean, this is every bit, if not more, intimidating when all said is done. You just don't see this where the student section takes up an entire side of the court. It's pretty crazy the way that they've got this thing designed, and it's just it's not right behind the basket like BSU, whatever. I mean, where it says GCU, that whole side of the court, that's the student section on this side, all the way to the top. Plus, they have both to the left. You can't see it right now, but the band and the students over there already filling up that entire area, and just a lot of different areas that are for the students. I mean, it's almost 50-50. It's about 7,000 seats, and I was told over 3,000 of them are students. So you're talking almost 50% of the crowd being the students here tonight. And like I showed earlier, I mean, they've got some goodies waiting for them as well. Sunglasses on all the seats, these little light-up glow sticks. They've got rally towels. Some of the seats also had some bandanas. They had all kinds of different things to have a party here tonight. And so it truly does feel like kind of a club atmosphere with the music and like I said, the disco sticks and everything else that is going on. Again, this video is a little earlier, but just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, you can see the blue and red seats. That starts the student section way over there in the corner, almost behind the basket, and it goes all the way across the length of the court. That's where we're sitting right there, section 103 up at the top. That's where our seat is for tonight. This is I took this earlier today over on the other side, and then as you see it move to the right, that's where the band is and another set of students that are already full. That whole end of the arena right now is already full with students and the band and all kinds of different folks there. So the crowd is coming in. Oh, they just bumped my sir, you just bumped my camera. I'm live right now. Can you fix that, please? We'll see if that guy can fix it for us. We were all right, that'll work. Thank you. Dang GCU camera guy bumped my camera, but we are we're good to go now. I think we're okay. So we are live here. Private Money is nice. It is an American themed night tonight. They have red, white, and blue bandanas. A lot of them are wearing cowboy hats, face paint, red, white, and blue. Kind of looks like a big 4th of July, rager down there or something with all the students with body paint on and face paint. Let's see here. There's a group of 20-ish alum here. Jordan, I know you're going to be excited to hear this. The officials tonight: Kelly Pfeiffer, number 40 at KenPom. Chad Barlow, number 102 at KenPom. And our friend Scott Brown, number 153 at KenPom, is an official tonight. Scott Brown on the officiating crew tonight, along with Chad Barlow and Kelly Pfeiffer. And as you all know, Scott Brown, according to the University of Idaho website, is an employee of the University of Idaho in the fundraising department. His day job is to raise money for the University of Idaho, and at night he referees college basketball games, including an in-state rival in Boise State. So just putting the facts out there, not saying anything else about it, but Scott Brown is officiating a basketball game tonight. Apparently does get Fridays off at the University of Idaho. I don't know. But Scott Brown, one of the officials tonight. Kelly Pfeiffer, he's a pretty good official. Kelly Pfeiffer is the number 40 ranked official at KenPom. And then you have also Chad Barlow, who's number 102. Chad Barlow, number 102, is also one of the officials tonight here for this one. So my name is BJ Rains. Appreciate you guys for checking out the Lithia Florida Boise pregame show here again. We broadcast from where they put us, so I wish we were courtside. Wish you had a little better view of the students, of the seating, but this is where we are for tonight's game, and we'll do the best we can to show you what we can pregame and then postgame as well. But this is the setup we have, and so hopefully we're going to make do. Hopefully you can hear us okay, see us okay, and we appreciate you guys always for starting your game day off with us. Pregame routine, an hour before tip-off. We're live, home or road, Boise State basketball games. If you see that tip-off's at 7, you join us at 6. And you know that by now, and certainly you are, you are hopefully enjoying what you're seeing here at Bronco Nation News, bronconationnews.com. Again, our title sponsor is Lithia Ford Boise. No loping around on paint defense. Go Broncos. some guy named Chad. That Chad ref's probably cool, though. Chad Bocut, same name there. Yeah. Not Chad Bocut. That would be good if it was. But, yep, there is a Vandal officiating this game tonight. Let's see. What else we got here? A lot of chats. We get this dude more than any other team. They have had him a number of times this season. Just had him at Wyoming. Didn't have any big issues up at Wyoming with him. I will check and see what other games he's done. I think he did the Hawaii Pacific game earlier in the season. Scott Brown did do the Hawaii. Let's see. He did the Hawaii Pacific game. He did the Nevada game in Reno, and then the Boise State game in Laramie. Boise State is 1-2 with Scott Brown this year. They had him 4 times last year. But let's be honest, guys. He's a professional, and now you see the cheerleaders coming in, the dance team, the students are cheering. They're spreading around the court. And again, folks, we're still 33 minutes from tip-off, and there's probably 3,000 students already here. The band is rocking. The student section is full. This is incredible atmosphere here at Grand Canyon University. Going to be an awesome game. Excited to be here. Really, really, really cool atmosphere here at Grand Canyon. And you see the cheerleaders, everybody out here on the court. And, again, we are still 32 minutes on the clock before this one. And you would not know. You would think this game was starting in about a minute if you had the camera facing the opposite side, because both ends are full. This side is full. The students are ready to bring it tonight. This is going to be one of the more hostile environments Boise State has played in quite some time here tonight. I don't think Jeremiah came tonight. I'm not sure. He was there in San Jose. They had some Pac-12 meetings. I don't know if Jeremiah is coming to this one or not. But I know the Carmichael family is here. I know Dom Parolin's parents are here. Some other players' parents and family. So we'll keep our eye on that section behind the Boise State bench and see who makes it. We already lost the atmosphere contest. Don't understand what impact students and fans can make at Boise. Let's get this one. So coming up, I had a chance to talk to Leon Rice. I mentioned the other day, I forget which day it was, guys. It might have been the morning show yesterday, how Coach Rice makes it worth it to you to come on these trips. And whether it's me or the other media, if you go on the road with the Broncos, the basketball program makes it worth it to you, and I always appreciate Coach Rice for his, for his time and willingness to kind of, open up the program a little bit on the road and allow us to get some interviews. I mean, not many programs would allow Mike Burns, an assistant coach, to come on the show on a game day. I mean, I know it's 10 hours from tip-off, whatever, but 9 o'clock this morning, they've got meetings, film, breakfast, all kinds of stuff, and Mike Burns is willing to come on for 15 minutes this morning. That just doesn't happen a lot of other places. And with that, was Coach Leon Rice. The team arrived on the bus. I'm getting video of them arriving on the bus. I can show that again here in a second. And then, I did a little they're doing the wobble, by the way. You can't really see it, but the whole students, the band, they got the wobble going. I really wish I could move this camera because you would get a much better view of what I was looking at. The camera's shaking. This place is just rocking right now. This is incredible. But after I had made a little small talk with Coach Rice there when the team arrived, he goes, you want to do a pregame interview? I was like, sure. So pretty rare, an hour before tip-off, Leon Rice giving us a short interview. I kept it to about 2 minutes, but I got 4 questions in. So an hour before tip-off, Coach Rice, nice enough to give you guys, the fans, a little insight into this game tonight. So we'll play that here in just a second. I do want to thank Lithia Ford of Boise. LithiaFordBoise.com, our title sponsor at BNN. They got some great deals going on right now. LithiaFordBoise.com. You can view their full inventory of vehicles, all their details. LithiaFordBoise.com. Check them out online. LithiaFordBoise.com. We appreciate our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise. I saw the Buchanans are having some Sun Cruisers. It's a Friday night. It's a party here at GCU. Hopefully you guys are having a party tonight as well. Grab some Sun Cruisers. The studio sponsor of BNN. We are in the studios, the Sun Cruiser Studios on the road here at GCU at the Global Credit Union Arena, GCU Arena. And we appreciate Sun Cruisers. Perfect drink. You can get it at Jackson's. You can get it at Ridley's. We appreciate Sun Cruisers. ICCU, and again, Leon Rice, exclusive interview coming up here in just a minute. ICCU.com. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest, that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. Check out Idaho Central Credit Union. Make the switch to ICCU today. Hey, we'll have the Jacksons postgame show after the game. If the Broncos get 75 points, you'll get a 75-cent fountain drink on Sunday at Jackson's 2 days after the game. Let's Go Rewards. You can get a 75-cent fountain drink from our friends at Jackson's. 75-cent fountain drink 2 days after the game when the Broncos score 75 points. Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com. We appreciate them as well. TacoBellWorks.com, whether it's their breakfast quesadillas, whether it's the crispy chicken strips, all the various great options at Taco Bell, the Cantina Bowls, the cheesy roll-ups, the Lux Cravings boxes. Visit a Treasure Valley Taco Bell location today, and we appreciate the SON Management Group and the Nicolason family. Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com, and our other major sponsor we want to mention right now in our first commercial break is the Blue and Orange Store. Online, theblueandorangestore.com. The Blue and Orange Store has all your Boise State gear, whether it's bumper stickers, car flags, jerseys, you name it. They got it at the Blue and Orange Store. Online, theblueandorangestore.com. You can order anywhere in the world, or you can order the Boise Town Square Mall location or the location there at the Allen Noble Hall of Fame. Again, the Blue and Orange Store online, theblueandorangestore.com. Having a party here at Grand Canyon University. And, again, get the Sun Cruisers popping. Perfect night to have some Sun Cruisers. Stein, get yours out. Let's see what else we hear. Hope the team has a monster night. Boise has played well in San Diego, the Pit, the Spectrum. The Globe isn't scary. Broncos win. You might say different if you were here, but what happened to Bowie? Bowie, if you're just joining us, most fans know this by now, but his father passed away over the summer, and he has elected not to play this season and is going to get hopefully a hardship waiver as he continues to, and his family continue to mourn and deal with something a lot of us haven't had to deal with, the passing of his father. So that's the reason that he is out tonight and the rest of the season here. I see the Keene family. There's Mrs. Keene. Looks like here come the Broncos, by the way, taking the floor. The boos are out in full force. You see the fans booing. The Broncos taking the court. Players smiling, kind of enjoying this here. What a cool scene. What a cool setting. We appreciate all of you that are checking us out here again. 115 of you on YouTube right now, 200 plus on Twitter. Bronco Nation News, we appreciate you for your continued support, making this kind of coverage possible. Nowhere else right now can you watch, and you see the students, they're getting into it with some of their chants and dances and things. They're all singing. Nowhere else can you watch this scene right now than right here on Bronco Nation News. Just an incredible atmosphere. Wasn't sure what to expect. You see it on TV and then you see it in person. This place is it's lit, as the students say right now, and it's going to be quite the atmosphere for Boise State tonight as they try to overcome this atmosphere in this game tonight. But, as I said, appreciate you guys for checking us out. And I know Coach Rice appreciates it as well, because Coach Rice, again, he brought it up. Do you want a pregame interview? Sure. And that's not because of me. That's because of you guys. And he knows all of you are watching and the support and how you guys are going to enjoy this game tonight. And Coach Rice wanted you guys to be able to get a little insight on this show and hear from you guys. So here is your coach, Leon Rice. And again, an hour before tip-off, right when the team arrived here at the arena, right before I went on live, Coach Rice offered up this short interview. Here's Coach Rice talking about the game tonight.
And, you know, you got back-to-back road games, and that's always the challenge. And any road game in the mountain is hard. And we added another fantastic venue. And, you know, but as a player, you want to play in these kind of venues. But you got to know what you're in for, and you got to know how to handle it. And, you know, great huddles, great team, and all that stuff. And then, you know, it usually helps the home team play a good game. And so, you know, we have to expect that and be ready to respond to that.
Sounds like the guys would rather play in something like this than San Jose, though.
I think so. You know, over my years, you just feel like you're always trying to jumpstart them when they're at San Jose. And I think you look at our San Jose game, it was our bench that jump-started us. So the depth helped us instead of me having to like, all right, let's go. You know, and so that's the value of having the bench. But at a place like this, I think, you know, if you're a competitor, you're a basketball player, you love to play in this stuff.
First time of playing a second team twice here. Obviously, the first one didn't go great, but I mean, how different of a team are they going to see tonight than what you guys put on the floor a couple weeks ago?
You know, that's the weird thing about the unbalanced schedules. And in the old days, you'd play everybody and then you start over again. And there was a cycle to it. Now it's just kind of random. Like you play these guys, and then 3 weeks later you play them again, and we haven't even seen a team yet. And so it's you just never know how you're catching a team or when you're catching a team, when they're catching you. And so much of that goes into night after night in a league where it's a grind night after night. And so our job is to come out and play the best we can possibly play and let the chips fall where they may.
And final thing, I guess not to give away the scouting report, but what needs to change from the first time you guys played them?
I mean, that was pretty obvious. They played with a lot more energy, physicality, and toughness than us. You know, we were at a C-, maybe one of the lowest energy games we had all year. And I thought they played really great. So, you know, we got to be able to flip that.
Well, here you go, a live look at the students here at Grand Canyon. It's a party in the stands here. Just an unbelievable atmosphere. Hard to really explain what we're seeing right now. 3,000 plus students all waving light-up signs, wearing bandanas, American flag stuff, rally towels. They were in these seats more than an hour before tip-off. You see the band down there, the students at that end, all the students taking up the entire length of the floor. Just an incredible scene for college basketball here at the GCU Arena at Grand Canyon. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight, but man, it is going to be a tough one for Boise State in this environment as they try to get what would be a massive win and one of the bigger wins, I think, in the Leon Rice era at this point, given where they are in the standings, given how badly they lost to GCU the first time they played them. And this crowd just makes you want to start dancing. It really does. It is pretty incredible right now. I mean, it is a party, and it's not like New Mexico where they just show up. It's not like San Diego State. I mean, I would say it's comparable to Utah State. Utah State fans have the gloves and have some of that stuff, but it is not the same at all. It is pretty incredible to see the student section here and what they've got going on here at GCU. I'm going to tweet out the picture of this. Sorry about that. I want to tweet out a quick picture. This is what college sports is all about. I agree. A little two-step. Yeah, they got the bass going. They got the music going. And if you look, they got, what do you call it, disco balls? They got the disco balls, the disco lights, the club lighting, the club bass. I mean, it is incredible. And you think about it, like there's no reason you couldn't have something like this at Boise State. Half the students, like the dormitories, are like in the same parking lot as the arena. I mean, it's pretty crazy when you think about what they have here and what you could have at a place like Boise State. It is pretty incredible. I mean, this team is coming off a bad loss a couple of nights ago against Nevada. Their season maybe hasn't gone, to this point perfect the way they wanted it. And yet here they are with a sold-out 3,000 plus student section ready for this game tonight. This is what college basketball is all about. This is really, really cool. You don't need private equity money for students to show up and have a good time. You just don't. And this is, you would hope some members of the Boise State marketing department are here to watch this, because it's pretty incredible to see the crowd and what they have going on here at Grand Canyon. And there is a small portion of Boise State fans. I see some Boise State fans here in the arena. I just mentioned some of the players' families and parents are here. A couple boosters, I believe, made the trip. They're going to be a little bit of blue and orange in the behind their bench over on the top left side. You can see some kind of filing in there, but overall, pretty one-sided here. And all the students are doing all the cheers, all the chants. I mean, it's pretty incredible atmosphere here. So you see Scott Brown talking to Andrew Meadow in the bottom right. Scott Brown, one of the officials tonight, dapping up Spencer Aarons, A.G. Nato, dapping up some of the Boise State players. He was just talking to Andrew Meadow there as well. Here comes Mike Burns across the court. You see Mike Burns there at midcourt walking up to talk to Scott Brown as well. They just dapped it up. Now he's meeting one of the other officials. Kelly Pfeiffer is the lead official. If you're talking about the field house at Butler, I didn't go to that game, so I can't compare. I did not make it to the Butler game because there was a Mountain West Championship game, I think, the night before. I didn't make it to the Butler game this year. Just need to have a huge parking lot party before the game. Yes, they had a huge parking lot party. They had a big tailgate. They had a grass area where they had a DJ and music and food and beer and all kinds of stuff. They were partying at 4 o'clock today before this game, and then they all just came running in to watch the game. So it is this is something else. We'll just say that it's something else. Now I do want to go to the other side of the arena to try to get some video and some footage. So so there's 17 minutes on the clock. We'll probably call this here in about 5 minutes or so I can make it over to the other side of the arena. It's different than Kansas. I don't know how to explain it. It's just different. Watch Kansas tomorrow against BYU. College game day in Lawrence, Kansas tomorrow. Kansas, BYU. DeBansa against Peterson. Watch that game tomorrow. I don't know if they do as many. They don't treat it as much like a party. It's more of like a cathedral there, but it's certainly just as loud, if not louder, and they get a lot of fans. It's just a different kind of atmosphere. This is more like a club or a party, and that's more like a basketball game. So come for the party, stay for the game. Yeah, totally agree. And again, I'll show you this. This was just a couple minutes ago if you're coming in late here. This was the scene a couple minutes ago. The students were sitting right behind them. You're going to be having a view of the opposite side of the arena when you are watching this game. You're going to be on the other side. The students will be at the top part of your screen when you guys see your broadcast here coming up in a little bit over on FS1. 7:10, by the way, I believe is the start time. 7:10. But yeah, pretty crazy atmosphere. Pretty cool here at the University, Grand Canyon University here on a Friday night, and they'd be here no matter what time, no matter what night it is here at Grand Canyon. So, hey, Signature Roofing, mysignatureroofing.com. We appreciate them. Signature Roofing, whether it's a re-roof, a repair, an estimate, or an inspection, they got you covered online at mysignatureroofing.com. And they got the Signature Roofing scoreboard update. We got Nevada tonight playing against UNLV. When that game's over, Tom Moser will have another night in the Mountain West tonight. Nevada, UNLV is tonight as well. Signature Roofing, leave us a voicemail, speakpipe.com/BNN. Hey, Matt Boucher, #1 selling real estate team in the Northwest. Proud alum and sponsor at Boise State Athletics is Matt Boucher. Give him a call, 208-252-9877. Check him out online at BoucherRealEstate.com. We'll pick our Matt Boucher player of the game coming up afterwards. Element Fencing, our Element Fencing defense player of the game is coming up after the game. Brady and his company, family-owned fencing company for more than 25 years. Whether it's fence, deck, pergola, cedar, wrought iron, vinyl, they can do it all. Element Fencing, check them out online, elementfencing.com. Ridley's Family Markets, shop ridleys.com. Love Ridley's Family Markets. Appreciate their support of Bronco Nation News. Don't go to the corporate conglomerates, folks. Go to the locally owned grocery store that supports your Broncos, and that's Ridley's Family Markets. Shop ridleys.com. Go to that Kuna location. It's worth the drive. Support somebody that really supports our show and has done a ton for us. So we really appreciate Ridley's Family Markets. Return the favor. Shop ridleys.com. Rowpaint.com. 20% off your winter painting projects at rowpaint.com. ROEpaint.com. Check them out. Rowpaint.com. Interior, exterior painting. Those concrete coatings as well. And transportation compliance service. Transcomservice.com. Transcomservice.com. They can help you get into the trucking industry every step of the way. Transportation compliance service online at transcomservice.com. The party continues here at GCU Arena. Club music, the colored lights, the strobe lights. It's a party here at Grand Canyon. Boise State is going to do its best to slow the party down, slow down the environment. It's going to be tough, though. Getting off to a big start, a fast start, is going to be super important tonight. Boise State cannot have what happened the last time they played Grand Canyon, where they fell behind early in the game. Boise State has to find a way to get off to a better start tonight. Take this crowd out of the game if you can, because it is an electric atmosphere here at Grand Canyon. You cannot have the turnovers that lead to the big dunks. You cannot have some of the things that feed the crowd, feed the energy. You got to quiet the crowd, hit some shots early. That'll be a big key for Boise State in this game tonight. Boise by 11. And there's a big discussion going on in the chat about getting students to the Boise State games, and that's probably a discussion for another night. But we got a big one coming up. Boise State, Grand Canyon. Watch the game over on FS1. We appreciate all you guys for checking us out. The teams are back in the locker room one final time. The party is on here at GCU. And again, Boise State going to try to quiet this party, quiet this crowd. But this will be one of the tougher environments. In my 13 years covering the team, this ranks up there, folks. I've never been here before. I know Boise State played here once before back in like 2018, but I've been to every Mountain West arena, and now checking this one off the list. This is one of the loudest, most hostile, crazy environments that I can ever remember as a road game for me covering this game. So the Broncos are in for it tonight. If you like what you see, we'd love to have you subscribe. BroncoNationNews.com. 50% off right now. You can subscribe to BNN. BroncoNationNews.com. Become a VIP. Subscribe. We'd love to have you. Recruiting coverage, daily, all kinds of daily coverage. We appreciate Bronco Nation News subscribers, viewers, listeners, everybody. And, of course, our subscribers and our advertisers for making all these kind of show possible. So we appreciate all you guys for your support of BNN. Thanks for making coverage like this possible. Please subscribe if you can. Again, BroncoNationNews.com. You can subscribe. At a minimum, give us a like on the YouTube video. Give us a like on the Facebook, X, wherever you're watching from. Subscribe on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, if you're on X, switch over. Subscribe on YouTube. We'd love to have you on YouTube if you can do that for us, and that would mean a lot to us as we build up our YouTube subscribers and followers here. But the party is on here at Grand Canyon. They're getting ready to start this game. Looks like somebody on the Phoenix Suns might be here. I'm not sure, but they're turning the lights off. They're getting the party started. It's called the Purple Pregame Party here at Grand Canyon, the Purple Pregame Party. We're going to get off and get ready to watch this game. So enjoy the game, everybody. We'll talk to you afterwards on the postgame show. Boise State, Grand Canyon. This is going to be a heck of a game. Can't wait for it. Enjoy it on FS1, and we'll talk to you afterwards. Again, the Sun Cruiser Studios, our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise. Enjoy the game, everybody. This is going to be a lot of fun here in a few minutes, and we'll talk to you guys on Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.